My Scots-Irish ancestors would be proud of me for being at St. Andrew's Presbyterian College today. Ladies and gentlemen, first, I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted to see you here, because as I look around this crowd, this is how Hillary believes America should work. Look at us. Here we are. Without regard to age or gender or race or faith, we're all here because we want this country to go forward together and because we know our country has to change. And I have to say, too, I hope you'll forgive me, but because of the life I've been fortunate enough to lead, this is a day when it is a little bit difficult to give a traditional political speech because it's the 40th anniversary of the death of Dr. Martin Luther King. And when he was killed, I was a college senior at Georgetown. And I never will forget it. The night it happened, I turned on the television and I saw Senator Robert Kennedy in Indianapolis giving one of the most moving speeches I have ever heard, saying that he knew what a death in the family was like and that we had to renounce violence and embrace reconciliation. And then a couple hours later, cities all over America went up in flames. Washington, D.C., many of the blocks were burning. And I volunteered to be a Red Cross helper, and I put a little Red Cross placard on my card, and I took supplies down to people who'd been burned out in inner city Washington. I never will forget being 21 years old, driving through National Guard blockades to take supplies to people who were huddled in the basement of a church because they'd been burned out of their homes. But a couple of months later, in June, Dr. King's last great project came off as planned, the Poor People's March on Washington. And there were thousands of people camped out on the Capitol Mall when I graduated from college. I remember going there and walking up and down and seeing people in the tents and visiting with them from all over America. And it's really important because I want to talk a little bit about that today. Dr. King's first great mission, to let us all be judged not by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character, has come a long way. We're going to nominate for president, and I believe elect as president, either the first African-American man or the first woman in the history of this country. We have come a long way on that mission. On the other hand, on the second mission, making a more equal country